The Frenchman has no shortage of elite suitors in the market, including Premier League clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester United. Player who still has 4 years left on his contract, expiring in 2029. Liverpool could make a move once they have sold Darwin Núñez. United are the only club to have spoken to Eintracht about Ekitike so far. There have been no negotiations or even an offer as things currently stand. Hugo Ekitike is a serious option for Arsenal. Voices are saying if Arsenal can't significantly negotiate a price for Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko, and a higher fee would be required for a new striker anyway, Ekitike will become a real attraction. Tottenham Hotspur make Mohamed Kudus has been identified as a primary target, Spurs being optimistic to get a deal for well below his £85 million release clause that is said to run for the first 10 days of July. Tottenham had shown an interest in Brian Mbeumo, Antoine Semenyo and Eberechi Eze. But it is Kudus who sources believe is currently the most likely signing. West Ham are willing to sell 24-year-old Kudus to help finance a summer rebuild. The player is believed to be open to the prospect of a move across London. Tottenham are yet to make an offer for Kudus, and the club will need to help fund signings by selling players this summer, while there is also the possibility of fresh investment from owner Zenik or from outside the club. Marc Guéhi remains high on Liverpool list as new centre-back, not the only option, but contacts continue. New round of talks will take place this week. Liverpool will only advance their interest in Marc Guéhi if Crystal Palace's asking price drops. Liverpool have no plans to pay £45 million, £50 million. Merseyside are ready to throw Ben Doak into a swap deal for Marc Guéhi, but Palace wouldn't consider it. Palace want a significant standalone fee for Guéhi, ensuring they make a healthy profit after Chelsea's 20% sell-on clause. This would likely exceed £40 million. Palace open to a sale. The Palace way understands that Guéhi only wants Liverpool move, but has no intention of forcing a move should price negotiations prove difficult. There is currently a £25 million gap in valuation between Palace and Reds. Game time key for Guéhi in a World Cup year. Liverpool also have other targets. Understand Richard Hughes is primarily focused on the 18 to 22 age bracket. There is appreciation for Joel Hato, which is shared by Chelsea and Arsenal. Jadon Sancho wants Juventus. The player is pushing to wear the black and white shirt. The player considers Turin the most valid option to relaunch himself at high levels. Juve would like to close the deal, but the Englishman's salary is currently blocking everything. Manchester United may contribute to covering it part of it. At the moment, there isn't much competition, but first Juve need to free up space in the squad. Flamengo coach Felipe Luis is highly rated within Atletico Madrid's hierarchy. Felipe Luis has just won his third title as Flamengo coach in only 6 months in charge. Felipe Luis told media, "I've always said, Cholo changed our lives, how we think, what he gave us. Simeone inspired us to follow in his footsteps. He was, without question, one of my biggest inspirations." Atletico Madrid see Felipe Luis's ideal successor to Diego Simeone whenever Simeone leaves the club. Liverpool are currently focusing on 3 concrete options in their search for a new number 9, Hugo Ekitike, Alexander Isak, and Victor Osimhen. Reds have conducted thorough checks and gathered information on all of them. Ekitike, for example, is very high on the list. The French striker knows that if he moves to Liverpool, he will need to be patient because the club must sell players first. Sweden international has apparently told them he wants to leave the club this summer, but Newcastle are currently not open to that. Isak is under contract at St James Park until 2028. Liverpool are seriously considering a move for Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. Talks are heating up at Anfield. The Nigerian striker has a £63 million release clause. Liverpool are looking in the transfer market not only for a new striker, but also for a top-class winger, preferably for the left flank. Sporting president Federico Varandas says Sporting does not need to sell Victor Gyökeres. He has an active release clause in his Sporting contract of €100 million. Having an understanding, after weeks of meetings, Sporting are not demanding the value of the release clause for Victor. Sporting president confirmed Victor will not leave for €60 million plus €10 million in add-ons. He will not leave. Sporting are reportedly willing to negotiate closer to €80 million, but are refusing to honour the agent's alleged €60 million agreement. Gyökeres is furious with the club and has made it clear he wants to leave Lisbon this summer and refusing to report for pre-season training. Victor has removed Sporting from his Instagram bio. Manchester United and Arsenal both in the race to sign Victor Gyökeres. Ruben Amorim loves Gyökeres and United are very much still there for him, but this would be a huge financial package that will require available funding. If Arsenal can't significantly negotiate a price for Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko, and a higher fee would be required for a new striker anyway, Hugo Ekitike will become a real attraction for them.